channel. My channel. My content. My channel. My content. My channel. My content.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, Billy. How are you?
I am fantastic. Yourself?
Doing great.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Like usual, we'll go to the end. And everybody, well, not everybody, but this guy, Mr. Cap locks himself, Paul from Sarah from Serpents, loud and clear. So we're good to go. Good to go. He's always like our official, audio and visual check-upper. Got the thumbs up, and he's also number one. So, man, he's working hard.
He is.
Says, happy Monday, all. Hope everyone is great. Thanks again, Billy, for the pickups on Saturday. All full already. Hey, oh, wow, that's awesome. Love it.
How was that sale?
Wasn't bad. I mean, Saturday was busier than Sunday, but Sunday, there was another big expo up here in a town called Peterborough. So I didn't really expect much on the Sunday, and most people came on the Saturday. So I even told Jeff, I'm like, you know what? Don't even come in Sunday. I got it. Plus, I also have some extra people that were here to give me a hand if needed. So I did. I'm not going to complain. I made a lot of happy customers.
Great.
And Austin came by with
nice.
Every year it's like an ice cream cake. So we killed the ice cream cake. I still got quarter of it left, so I just keep making slivers of it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you eat it so fast and good, like halfway through, it's like, oh my God, it's so good. And then you're like, oh my God, my head. Oh, you got the ice cream headache, brain freeze. So, yeah, but it was good. And got to see a few other people came in. I sold a bunch of geckos as well. I'm almost out of, I sold off all my gargoyles.
Mm-hmm.
I do have one more like adult colony or breeding group of cresteds.
Yep.
And then now I'm going to get rid of the lychees and then some of the chihuahuas or all the chihuahuas. I don't know, but it's getting there, trying to downsize less. My daughter is coming in now, and within a couple weeks, she'll only be coming in 1 day a week instead of, one full day and 2 half days.
Mm-hmm.
So without the geckos and stuff. And when it comes down to it, where there's only a few, I can do that myself instead of her, driving to come out for an hour. It doesn't make sense. But just trying to, sell off stuff. So less animals to move, raise funds for the new building and the design and everything else. But it was good to see a bunch of people come out. And Paul would have came out 2 weeks ago when I had the original sale. But because of the ice storm, he was without power for like 4 or 5 days. So
he's north of you.
Yeah. He is definitely north. Next, we have number 2, my man Brian from Boop and Snoots. How you doing, my man? Brian? I hope you're recovering even better now than before. Oh, look.
Hey,
Nikki in the top 3.
Right on, Nikki.
In there. And it says, happy early birthday. Thank you so much. So my birthday's on the 17th, which is this Thursday. So 3 days, I turn 5'5". It's awesome. Don't feel 55. Well, sometimes I do.
I can't drive 55.
You can't even drive 55?
No.
North Country, off-grid, not first, but close. Yeah, top 4, even though it's only the top 3. But even in the top 3, you don't get anything.
So you won the same stuff that Paul won.
Yeah. But no, I appreciate you guys all coming in and trying to come in the top 3. Maybe I should do some sort of giveaway. I don't know. Who knows? Genomic Labs. How you doing? Haven't seen that for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, genomic. Massey Morphworks. He came by. Up? How you doing, my man? He came by and on the Saturday as well. Picked up some more animals as well. Got a really, really good deal. Dwight the Pie Man. How you doing, brother?
What's up, Dwight?
Oh, Aaron from Batter Up. How you doing?
Hmm.
Smash that like. Listen, he knows what to do. Smash it, but
Mhm.
not with the bat.
Not
Don't
with
use
the
the
bat.
to smash it. Just,
Nope.
you don't want to
That's
break.
an unforced error.
Yeah, 100. There you go. 319's in the house. Shauna, what's going on? John's here. We have my man Jason. How you doing, brother? Weather's getting nicer. You need to get your ass up to my facility. Come on down. Jay Slithers, what's up?
Hmm.
Oh, look at this. Jared,
Hey,
how you doing, man?
what's up?
Have you all had any amazing clutches this week? Have you?
Nope.
I was just telling Craig about one. And there's a lot of things like shed testing. I really, that's one thing that's on my desk on one of the many multiple layered, stacked, crushed together, stuck together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Post-its.
Post-its. Yeah. It's somewhere. Utilize. And the good thing is Jeff, Morpheus Morphs.
Yeah.
He's been doing a lot of stuff like, hey, he sends in sheds. Like he's doing things the way I should. Right. But when you have a smaller collection and, you don't have a million things going on, and that's something I always do. It's like, oh, I forgot to do this, or I should have did this. But now it's one of those things, especially at the new facility. I'm going to concentrate on, hey, here we go. Anything that comes out I want to test, I test right away. And it either goes for sale or I know what it is in my rack. I'm going to start getting into that.
Great.
I have a Pastel Enchi Freeway 66% het clown. And I bred her to a Pastel Enchi leopard freeway clown. So if she is het clown, I'm gonna get ivories, freeways, and super asphalts with pastel, super pastel, Enchi, super Enchi, leopard,
And hopefully prove out clown.
a lot of clowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. So regardless, because there's a visual clown, I got 6 eggs. If I don't get a clown, she's just a Pastel Enchi freeway. But one thing is knowing now that, I've had her for like 3 years in the rack. If she isn't, and I get no clowns, I'm like, man, I could have sold that Pastel Enchi freeway like 3 years ago, and I could have probably got 12 to 1500, to whatever. But no, now I got it here, and now I have an adult. Like, it's not het clown, and I might get $800, but I'll get a clutch out of it, and it's still decent, and all the babies will be 100%, and they'll be funky looking animals too. So, but from now on, moving forward, we're testing. I'm going to test and utilize that. But unfortunately, a lot of the stuff I want to test, Scrambler. I want to test Monsoon.
Right.
I want to test MJ Exanthic, which we don't have here yet. So a lot of the stuff I need to test is the stuff that I can't test up here yet. So it is pretty crazy.
Now we have MJ in test in the States, right?
I believe only RGI.
Okay.
I'm not sure if Charlie does. I'm not 100%.
It makes sense because RGI is the one that helped prove that they were the same as
SK.
Not SK, but help me, Jordan, and
Not BPI.
Scott. No, it's MJ is the same as
sorry. Yeah, my bad. GCR.
GCR. There you go.
My bad. There we go. So Moon over Miami. Hey, man.
How's it going?
Got to get my drink in. Strange Creations. What's going on? South Bay. Fun day, Monday. Monday fun day. Hope y'all have a great start to your week so far. And look at this. I got thrown off here.
What's up, Brian?
Mr. Gundy.
How's it going, buddy?
How are you, sir? Good to see you. Constricting Creations, fellow Canadian. How you doing? Bitten by Geckos, representing Sweden. Adrian's in the house. Exotic World of Geckos is here. Pythonosaur. What's up, brother? How was the sale? My first clutch of the year just dropped. Oh, wow. Congrats. Sale was pretty good, man. Saturday was a lot busier than Sunday. Sunday had a few people drop in. But I would say 95% of the people who came in left with animals.
Wow.
So, yeah. Nobody really left empty-handed. So it was pretty good. And what's the first clutch of the year? What is it? Let us know. Let us know. Sphere in the house. 219 in the house. Oh, Carter's Coils. How you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Jeff?
What's up, Jeff?
It is Jeff. Yeah.
Yep.
Bald head. Happy Monday. Right back at you.
Mm-hmm.
Fire baby.
What's up, Brittany?
Happy birthday week, Billy. Thank you so much. Thanks for popping. Hey, Craig, thanks for popping into Warfels last night. Hello, everyone in the chat.
You bet.
Did you end up going to that show on yesterday? Let us know. Let us know. Macamorph, how you doing? Big Green M in the house, repping the M. Macamorph. Tyson, RT Royals. Oh, Solar Xanos. How you doing, man?
Mm-hmm.
G3S. What does the G3S stand for? G3 snakes. I'm going to say, no, snake pythons? No. G3S. G3? Maybe wife, his initial, his wife's initial, maybe his child. 3GS? Maybe, I don't know. Let us know what G3S stands for. Tire Gods. How you doing? Snake Fire Robot Arm Pump. Thank you, sir. Hope all is well. Exactly. Right back at you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. If you see behind the fogger, and then there's my lychees right there. They won't be coming out and crawling all over the place until about 9:30 when the lights come out. Mission Morphs. Do me a favor. Hit me up on Instagram just to remind me, because if not, I'm like, who was I supposed to? Yeah. So do that, and then I'll send you a list. Mission. What is up? Oh, Large Marge. How you doing, Paul? Blue Zombie in the house.
Vance.
Blue Zombie. Oh, there you go. Good. All good. 90%, but getting up 90%.
That's
man,
great.
That's a hell of a lot better than the past, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. And a lot of times too, road to recovery isn't like, it can take a while,
For sure.
even though we don't want it to, and you think we're okay, and you push yourself, and you push yourself. I better slow it down a little. That's one thing about me, man. I just get her done. Grim Reaper in the house. What's up, Paul?
You had a team of assistants holding your hernia in so you could do your work.
No, I just bitched and complained and kept pushing it in. I bitched and complained and did it. Sophia's in the house. Hello.
Honey.
Snake Man Pat, how you doing?
Hey, Pat.
Oh, look who it is.
It's Josh. Had a great time with him here yesterday. He came and spent the afternoon, and it was great. He looked at all my snakes and sort of gave me some tips and some pointers, and that was great. Very, very grateful he came to visit.
That's awesome. How far is he away from you?
A couple hours.
Oh, that's not bad. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Third Coast Constrictors in the house. Another thing too is, as far as topics or any questions, put them in the chat. We'll get to them. We're just rocking through it now. Let's see. So Mission Morph says egg watch for a ball and a Leo, as well as Pip watch for a clutch due Friday, day 58. So cool. Day 58. Due Friday. So 4 more days.
Yep.
4 more days. Blue Tongue, all the way from Australia. Getting animals clean for winter brumation. Cool.
Nice.
Cool. Oh, Craig, how you doing? I mean, Chad, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, Chad?
Start over. I'm like, nah. That's what the replay gang's all about, bro. You can be a part of it too. Yeah, there we go. All the GCR. You guys are awesome. Let's see. Oh, John, Mr. Black Rock Ball says, hey, everyone, jumping in late again. Just dropped 6 off at FedEx and sold a couple of AARPE this weekend. Sweet.
That's great.
Gotta make room for the new babies hatching out. Yeah.
I heard the Charlotte show was good.
Yeah, that's good. Jen's in the house. Thank you. Says greetings. Right back at you. So China is now doing saliva gene testing and sex testing. That's good. Exotic A1 Pets is saying, everybody, Brew Balls, how you doing? What's going on? Phil says the pairing is an Orange Dream, Enchi, Fire, Calico, Scrambler, Hepide, times Black Pastel Hepide. 6 eggs, shooting for another of that 6 gene pied, fingers crossed, long odds. But yeah.
That's awesome.
1 in 4 to hit a pied, but when you do, it's going to be a banger, especially if it's Scrambler.
Get that Black Pastel in there.
Yeah, there you go. I want to know what it sort of looks like with all that stuff too, because I've got a lot of stuff like that, except my Black Pastel cinnamon. So I want to see what it looks like, and then I can compare it to a cinnamon version and say, yeah, Black Pastel's better.
I've got a Scrambler with Barnhart Black Pastel in it.
Oh, wow. Look at this. I did not go to any shows this past weekend. Not like me at all. Hope you got some rest. And when I say rest, I mean catching up on the stuff that you have to do in the snake room and everything else. Hicks Productions, 812, happy Monday. Any
dire wolves for sale.
Any dire wolves for sale. Oh my God. Oh, that's a good one, man. That's a good one. Angel, how you doing, man? Thanks for popping in.
What's up, buddy?
Let's see. Maui. What's one morph you don't have that you're excited to see later develop in the future? Go ahead, Craig.
Bambino.
Yeah, that's a great one. Shout out to Mills from the Reptile Pit. I don't know. I'm never one for a new morph, but I know there's a few out there that are sort of getting traction. I'm more excited to just see, what people are going to be doing with genes that are already out there. I want to see, some more different Ultramel combos. I want to see, super asphalt and freeway clown combos with another level, like taking it up notch, because we're only seeing like 1, 2, 3 gene of them. I want to see what it does with other genetics. Also in the highway complex, I shouldn't say complex, but the highway and super gravels, because it's very similar to what I can do. So it gives me a lot of ideas or things not to do. And I really want to see, Scrambler take off, because everything it really touches, especially with OD, Fire, I've got 5 or 6 pairings with vanilla. So I want to see if it's like the Fire, how it enhances it, but actually gives it that extra push and that extra, contrast or color or vibrancy or deep tones. I mean, I want to see how it interacts. I went a lot of different ways with Scrambler, into genetic stripe, into champagne, and a few other things. I got it all going into like a lot of triples and quads. So excited for the future, but I just want to sort of see things, unravel as I go. And that's the thing, is I'm going to be making a lot of stuff. And then when other people are making it and posting it, if I don't make it first, I'm like, man, I thank God I have some of these. Or if not, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to pursue it that way and go a different way. So that's why it's good sometimes. I always recommend paying attention, especially if you're working with certain genetics. See what other people have done or are doing with it and keep an eye out, because it could actually, save you from making something that the people that made it wish they didn't, or making something that's incredible and you're like, oh, I'm already on that path, or take you from one path and put you on another path, to something that, and that's what's great about social media. Before, you would have to make stuff and say, maybe I should add this or add that. You didn't really have people just sharing and posting pictures that you could see and go, wow, I really like that. What's that? It's a total different way of doing things now. And I think it's better if you pay attention and see what's going on. Oh, Will's hella heat. What's up? Brittany's asking, does anyone know anyone selling captive bred baby? Oh, no, captive bred, CBB.
Captive born and bred viper boas.
Born and bred, okay. I just see CB. What? I've CBB? I guess that's the lingo. Viper boas. I don't. Anybody in the chat can direct her? 219 says, any tips? Any tips to get a male to lock? I've tried the sperm plugs and another male shed, no luck. He's a proven breeder. Okay, he's a proven breeder from a friend. I put a random male in with her to see, and they locked right away. Okay, so proven breeder from a friend. Is he given to you after he's done breeding them? Because he could be tired out, not producing sperm, or is he one that, hey, he produced stuff for him last year. I've had him for 7 months, 6 months. I've been feeding him. He's great. And now I put him in, he's doing nothing. Because I have animals that have bred for me right now for 3-4 months. And I've got like 6 animals. And now it's like, oh, some of the, they're already done. I got clutches. Some are still gravid. I'm just waiting for them to drop. And now I'm putting them to other females. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? No. Remember what you did the last 5, 6 females? Keep doing it, buddy. It all depends on where he's at, because you can't be breeding a male every single, week for 52 weeks. Oh, I got new female. Like, you can't. They need a bit of a rest. And maybe I know I've had a male you put in with a female, won't do nothing. And like you said, you put another male in right away. I do believe sometimes the male and the female, either the male's like, not sorry, or the female's like, no, I'm not doing this. Like, I think they may have a scent or something, or just.
Yeah, you might try washing him.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Give him a little soak prior. But yeah, and anybody else that has any other tips that we haven't said, 4219, please post in the chat.
What you said was true. I mean, it's not always the male who doesn't lock. Sometimes it's the female that won't lock.
Yeah, and I mean, I put a male in.
But he put one in, and the female just locked right away for him with another male.
Yeah, which is crazy, right? So maybe it's like, hey, dude, like, yeah, I don't like you. You're not my type, Take that gene away from me. I don't want it. You never know. I don't know. I don't speak snake, but.
Parcel tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you never know. RT Royals, first clutch in the incubator, 16 eggs for the first clutch. Wow, that's awesome.
I think he means first clutch for the year. Or maybe it's the first clutch ever.
Well, it says, no, not ever, but look at first clutch in the incubator, 16 eggs. So whether it's the first of the year or first ever,
it's a banger.
16 damn eggs for a first clutch of the year or forever. I mean, if it's your first clutch ever, you got 16 eggs, celebrate that shit, because that isn't something
that is crazy. No, that's not what happens.
But first clutch in the incubator, 16 eggs. That's amazing.
Says ever. So Tyson's his first clutch ever. Yep.
Ride that high for a while. Not just the having that, but 16 of them. Oh my God. Congratulations. That's awesome. That's amazing. Any advice I may not have heard in my research? Thanks, Billy, and happy birthday week. Thank you. Well, Well, one, I don't know what type of tub you're using. If it's a gasket sealed or a really tight sealed one, that's good. If it's not really tight sealed and it's like very flimsy and you can get air in, use a press and seal. And do not open it up to check every, couple days, or leave them alone until like day 45. And, I call it burping. At day 45, I'll go and I'll open them up and wipe. There's a lot of condensation usually on the lid or on the press and seal, depending on what tub you use. You wipe it off. Water will drip on top of the eggs. Don't panic because, the development stage is pretty much 100% complete. You just want to dry them off, wipe them. I feel them to see, how far along they've come. And it's usually about a week or so prior to me cutting. Just, exchanges the air. And also, if there is any issues of an egg that's moldy or wet, that's not going to make it, you can choose to throw it out. I'd leave it in for the videos just to show like, hey, you know what? No matter what, this does happen.
Mm-hmm.
So that's up to you. Any advice, Craig?
No, I just be patient, definitely.
You can look at them and stare like, but
it's just the keeping the temps consistent and keeping that 100% humidity in that egg box. Those are the two things,
Oh, my closest expo is this Friday in Malmo, Sweden. Wish me luck and a massive paycheck.
Yeah.
For this expo. Awesome. Hope you do well. So Will's Hellies, I went pavement instead of freeway route since I have yellow belly in one of my puzzle mills. Okay. Oh, here we go. G3S is a friend of mine. It stands for...
I remember this.
Oh, okay. So stands for his first and last name, Gerald Smith, and he's Gerald the Third. So Gerald Third Smith. Gerald the Third Smith.
Cool.
Or GS3, Gerald Smith the Third. Okay, so see, I figured it was something to do with names.
Yeah.
Like the 3 Gs or G. There you go. Gerald the Third Smith. G3S. There you go. I was just gonna say this. Dambala.
How's it going, Marcus and Tiffany?
How you doing, guys? I'm gonna put out the Husbandry.pro. HP, baby. HP. I gotta talk to Robert and give me my, get it. I gotta get my code so that you can
use mine. BashCoder 60.
Yeah, 60. I should change this. So you know what? Are you using Husbandry.pro? Let's see something here. If I go here, let me see if I can do this. See something here? Here we go. Try it free because everybody's 60. Tell them, there you go. And save. And scroll. Use the free for 60 days.
There you go.
There you go. So Marcus and Tiffany have joined us. Welcome, guys. Pride and Joy Reptiles. I don't think I've seen that.
That's a new one, I think.
Pride and Joy. I like it. Pride and Joy. That's good. Welcome. Oh, my man. So this is Mike from Blackheart Exotics.
That's a good idea.
Try putting the female into the male's top. There you go. That's good. I never even thought of that.
I like that.
Wow. Good. Look at this awesome bunch of knowledge thrown into the pot so people can, play around and learn and listen and, maybe have something else in the arsenal when everything else you do don't work. You never know. My man, Luke, how you doing? 319 says, missed the heck out of the tub. Male and female when pairing, preferably during a drop-in barometric pressure storm. So usually, like, there's a storm coming or a real big drop. Is definitely a good time to pair.
Mm-hmm. And my rheumatism starts acting up. No, I don't.
Oh, my knees are starting to be sore. I had that injury a long time ago.
Time to pair them up.
Snakes. Yeah. So celebration for sure. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, wow. You got an ATB over the weekend.
Nice.
Sweet.
I like those. They're so variable.
So Tire God says, send you over to Palumbo's. Dave Palumbo's.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I thought he got out of the ball pythons, I believe. Did he not?
I don't know, but I know he still does things like
boas, and it's got some pretty crazy stuff.
And he does olive pythons and other things.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Working Class Hero, how you doing? Thanks for popping in. Scott from Morph Magics here. What is up? How many species can you use for can you use HP for? I think it's unlimited because you can add a bunch too, right?
Yeah, just you won't have all the morphology, teed up for you, but you can.
It eventually come like geckos and other things, and I don't know if right now if you go under like hognose if all the morphs are on there, but I mean if not, the little bit of bitching from Bear. They'll get on it. Shout out to Red Onion Reptiles.
I'm sure that people use it for hognose because I know the Harbins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And if not, bug them. Bug Robert. Come on. You guys can do it. But they're like, we're too busy with the awesome new building. When that's built, then we'll bug Robert. But yeah. I'm sure hognose is probably, I'm sure, like you said, I'm pretty sure there's on there. I haven't looked, but I'm pretty safe to say it would be. And if not, it will be.
Here's Chris says you can add morphs to HP. I currently use it for 6 species.
Cool. Here we go. Here's some, definite wisdom here. Try putting the shy male along with another male in the chosen female for about 10 minutes. Then remove the odd male to see if the shy male locks up with the female. So there's some competition. Old school knowledge. Yeah. North Country Off Grid says, how big of a collection do you recommend having before you should use Husbandry.pro? Well, I don't think you don't. When you say should use, it's like, oh my God, you have to use it or it's the end of the world. It's not. It's something that I'm glad I have. I don't know with what I do now. I don't know how I used to do it on the spreadsheets compared to how easy it is. And I can have everything in one spot, my phone. It's the ease of use, as well as everybody contributing amazing ideas, which makes the program better and better all the time. And I'm excited for next HP because it's supposed to be even better than the one that we have now, which is awesome. But what's good is when you have under 5 animals, it's free. And then you start going up to, I don't know exactly, but it's $5 or $3 a month up to certain. And what's good about it? Yeah. And it goes up to even unlimited.
Yeah.
Right. So what's good about it is when you go and you start using it for a few animals, you can start fine tuning it, get used to it, understand how it works. And then when you get more, wow, it's so much easier because I know a lot of people go, you know what, I'll wait till later. And then they got, I got 100 animals. I really need it. Try logging in 100 animals and then trying to figure it out or learning the hard way where it's like, I labeled everything in the wrong spot. Now I got to go back and redo 100 animals and shift stuff around. It's better to use it now and get the fundamentals down and understand it and get it working for yours because you can change the menu. You can change what you see on the menu. on the dashboard. You can, if you're not brumating animals, like I don't have to see it. It's not an option. I can turn stuff on and off, take stuff off my screen, move it. It's so customizable. And I would rather have somebody get into it and get better and more used to it and how it works, because then when it starts flowing in naturally.
I'd say if you're breeding at all, you should use it.
Oh, for the tracking of the
tracking, and then you can track which parents, which hatchlings came in from which clutch and from
lineage.
Lineage. If you're breeding at all, it would be it'd be very useful. And if you're wanting to track things at anything at all about your snakes, then definitely use it.
And even the system where your animal is, and it's so easy to enter information, either multiple animals or one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's simple. Every time you do and you hit submit, it tracks the date. It's just awesome, and it's just getting better and better thanks to everybody's contributions. And I'm really excited about everything coming in next HP. So, Justin, how you doing? Pressure Python's in the house.
Hey, man.
Let's see. Warning. Low Life, how you doing? Welcome. Ball Stars, Jeremy, how you doing? Might be my last time I'll be able to join in here for a while. It's that time of year I got to start my real job paving and making roads look pretty.
There you go.
We always have the replay, but you got to go make some money. We will be here
while the sun shines.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, weather's starting to get good. We were the highest temp of the year a few days ago. Maybe it was yesterday. I don't even know, but it was just beautiful. So summer is coming.
It's coming in fits and starts down here. We have, 30 degrees a couple nights ago, and then it's 83 degrees today. Crazy.
Yeah, it can't make up its mind. Level Up. What's going on, man?
Hey, man.
Cool logo. I started with 5 to try it, and it is great. Now I finally added 30 or 40. Still a lot to go. Yeah. So it is a process. When I had to put over 2,500 animals manually in because they didn't have the database transfer or the import or any feature like that. So myself and 4 other people, it's like, here's a stack, here's a list. And they would just go enter everything in. It took us like 4 months. And then I realized that I did all the IDs wrong. So I had to go back and, man, I still don't have all the IDs done correctly, but
that's the nice thing about it. You can do however you want.
Yep. The good thing about now is every clutch that I have coming, the ID now is I just got to eventually go back, or when those animals sell, but it's awesome. Roland. So missing those egg cuttings on YouTube. So Saturday. No, was it yesterday? No, I think it was Saturday. I'm going to say Saturday and stick to it. Final answer. When Austin was here, after the, about 5:30 after everybody was gone from the sale, we filmed. So about 2 weeks ago, I did an egg cutting, clutch number 2. And I'm glad I filmed it. And I'm really excited. It's, I don't want to say much, but I finally did the update video. So that was sent Saturday evening to the person that does everything. And I would say Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, sometime this week, he'll have it and he'll show me. I'll look at it and do a thumbnail, and it'll be posted. And, I just put clutch 26 and 27 in the incubator earlier, maybe about an hour before this live. So I'm not going to do everyone, but I will be choosing, pretty good ones like Here We Go. And if I'm chasing something, and proving something out, I'll usually have that in there. And lots more videos coming. And I still have a couple ideas I'm trying to do. It's just finding the time. And I think I might want to do a few segments prior. So I've got a little bit of leniency if I forget a week or something comes up.
Be honest, Billy. You lost the gold scissors, didn't you?
Oh, no, they're still here, man.
Okay.
Those things are protected.
Okay.
Like, fuck, man. That's why I've got security in here. It's for those
behind glass,
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not that extravagant, Wouldn't that be cool? Actually, you know what? Craig?
Yep. In your new place?
In my new place, I'm going to see when you walk downstairs, I'm going to have like I'm going to have it all open.
Mm-hmm.
So when you walk downstairs, the first thing you see when you walk in is like, oh my God, look all the racks. And then I'm going to have this pedestal with like a glass cube with the scissors, sort of like almost like an art, you come in and like you can walk around it. And
you need to have a palm print and it
lifts up.
And then,
no.
Yeah.
I'm going to work on that. That'd be pretty cool. Just like these are the infamous scissors. That'd be pretty cool. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to do something like that. Just something over the top that's just like, hey, I like it. I do. I like it. Let's see. So 319 says, the earlier you start using HP, the easier it will be, and you can store lineage info from the start of your plan if you plan ever to breed. 100%. Yep. Pie and enjoy adding new animals to HP at this moment. Awesome.
You know what, the part I like about adding new animals is that really what you end up doing is you add a new vendor every time you buy an animal, and then you end up with a pretty kick-ass Rolodex.
Yep. Not only the people you buy from, you can also do suppliers for like, some of the other stuff like, your cocoa, your racking, you got everything on file. So instead of like, oh, what's the number for ARS? It's right there. Like, you can do stuff like all your customers. I'm going to start rolling out probably in any 2025 animal. I'm probably going to start or I'm going to wait until next HP comes out. I'm going to send all my invoicing through HP. Mm-hmm. So then I've got everything's documented on HP. So that I'm going to probably do.
Welcome to Mutation Creations.
I'm still there. See, there you go. Take that off. Wow. Well, at least, I'd rather have it up for 45 minutes than start putting it up 45 minutes.
Everybody feels welcome. That's the good news.
Like back in the day, it was like, oh, hey, guys, it's 7:44. I forgot to do this. Welcome to Mutation. So, I would like to see Scrambler with dark pieds, like Blackhead, Hurricane, Black Pastel, GHI to bring all that pattern and contrast.
Yeah, me too.
Awesome.
That's great.
Awesome. No, that was a different one. I've got Scrambler. I've got like 7 males going this year to a lot of different females. I don't think I've done Hurricane. I got a lot of visual pieds and lavs and hypopieds. Scrambler hypopieds. I don't even think I got the GHI. I might. I got cinnamon. I think I do have blackhead. I have leopard. Genetic stripe I did champagne. Definitely more super enchy stuff. Lots of vanilla, right? Freeway. I want to see what Freeway does.
You've done it.
I made a super asphalt Orange Dream super asphalt scrambler, which is amazing looking.
Enchy. got it right back here.
Yeah, it's yours. Go get it.
Okay.
Do the walk. Talk the talk, do the walk. So yeah, I made this in 2022 or 21 or 20. I think it was 22. And sold it to Craig, and I realized that, oh shit, it's Scrambler. Now he gets to use his. You get to use your other camera now, don't you?
I don't have it fired up. I don't have.
You suck.
Yeah.
So that is an Enchi super asphalt Scrambler.
Yep.
Look at the blushing in it. Look at the color. I mean, it's just
so bright.
It's Orange Dream as well, no?
Yeah, it is OD.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So Orange Dream, Enchi, Scrambler, super asphalt.
Pretty great.
You know what you should do? You should take a nice. I think did you already put that on your Instagram?
I don't know that I ever have put it on my Instagram.
Uncoiled, you know what I mean? Get a couple nice shots and put it up.
I will.
Put her up. 319 says for HP, I love the breeding plans feature. I would be lost without it. It says, or if you clutch, I think it's with the C, CLTCH, clutch. Morph Market has easy transfer for your purchases. So with HP, when you buy an animal, I can transfer the animal to you. One thing that's great about HP is you can put anything on there, make up your own, use it for anything you want. It's customizable, and it's not just for ball pythons. So you can track all yours. And I know many people, especially the Harbins, I use them. They've got a bunch of different species. So for them to have I got to pay for a membership or a subscription model for this company for my ball pythons, and I got to do this for this, and that, I got to go here. I got to down. It's better to have everything in one. And we at first when I got into it, Robert's idea wasn't, hey, this would be great for ball pythons. Robert was, I want to do something great for the reptile industry. What does every keeper need, or what's good for every keeper? Records, documentation, ease of use, using stuff that we have at our disposal all the time that we're always on. Let's find a way that we can, track our husbandry, keep track of this, times, dates, et cetera, and it just blew up. So it's great to use. And like I said, with the Harbins, they have multiple species. So it's great for them to have one platform that they can do everything and not have to train themselves on two different platforms, because our platform will work different than another platform. And that's a good thing about, the new Next HP, new platform, ease of use. It's just, I'm super excited to get it. Well, look who it is. How you doing? Zivs Exotics in the house. So Ballstar says, have you guys had luck with paper only for substrate? Go ahead, Craig.
Yeah, especially with new animals.
Perfect.
It's perfect because you get to see if there's any mites super easily and super quickly. So in my quarantine rack, I always use paper.
Yeah.
And there are other times, I know a lot of people, I use cocoa for my blood pythons and short tails, but a lot of people use paper for that. It's perfectly good substrate.
Yeah. I used paper when I had 12 to 1,500 animals. Okay. That's all I did. The problem with it is it didn't mask the smell.
Right.
And every single week we had to do a complete 100% white, clean scrape. Some of it was really dirty that I have to take it to the sink and wash, then chlorhexidine, then we spray it with our F10 or what we have up here, Quado 78, let it air dry. we were doing 12 to 1,500 tubs every week. And you had that odor because, with the cocoa, it absorbs and masks. Humidity's better with a substrate. Nothing wrong with it. Many, many, many great uses. But the bigger you get, you're going to want to have a substrate, 100% the spot clean. But I used to breed my females. And when I started seeing them sort of nest and push all the cocoa away, I would take them and put them on a fresh tub with paper. And then once they laid, the only thing that sucks is sometimes when they lay, the paper sticks to the bottom of the egg.
True.
So you'd have to peel that off a bit. But it was nice and easy. No dirt on the eggs from the substrate. Because I pulled one out the other day and I went underneath and I'm like, oh, I got little cocoa under my nails. And I had to go and I put it on the scale. I lift the scale up. It's covered in dirt. I had to go and just wipe the things off before I broke them apart. But that's a good time too, is when your female is gravid, you can put her on paper. The only thing is what I've been doing for the last 6-7 years, the less I do in a female's, but that's after they I should say, after they ovulate and coil. You don't want to sit there and go, oh, she's at 30 mil. I'm not going to pair anymore. Let's switch the substrate.
I wouldn't change anything.
Right. I used to, and that's why I wanted to clarify that. I used to do it when I know they were gravid and they were coiling and they were going to lay their eggs in the next, month, 5-6 weeks. I would do that because I saw the ovulation. But because one, I got off of paper and I just grew too much where I don't have time to oh, she ovulated. Okay, let's I don't do that anymore. And you hear me say, once I put a black clip on, I don't pair, I don't feed. I will open up the tub to add water in the dish. I don't clear out urates. I just leave them in there. I do all that when she lays. So, but I've done it myself for many, many years. Put them on paper after they have ovulated, and I've had no issues. But
Reptisorb's pretty good too.
Oh, the liners?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But does not handle the smell as well as cocoa for sure.
Yeah, and what sucks is if they urate, right? Depending, especially the adults, they have a big pee, and what does it do? Goes to the paper, and it just basically, absorbs through it all, and then they're sitting on it.
Yeah.
So, and then when you go there, if you get it early enough, you not only do you got to change the paper as well as the tub, do a full clean. You pick that animal up, she's dripping, urate or urine, so you got to sort of pick her up, bring her to the sink, wipe her off, and then, so I prefer substrate all day long for many, many, many reasons, like we've said. A lot of people don't. You know what?
I think a couple years ago at Tinley, you saw a lot of POS scramblers, and I think people got a little spooked by that. I know I did get a little spooked by that initially when you see all these POS scramblers, but when you see it in the right combos, there's just no
right.
You see it by itself and it's like, okay, but if you see it in the right combo, it's just off the chain. You see it in pied, and it brings back more pattern than Enchi.
100%. And just the blushing. I mean, it's just, I'm excited to wait for the tests because it's something I've got a lot of it, and it's like, I've been holding it back since 2017. Well, it's my new gene because I see a difference.
Yep.
And everybody that's seen it, and I've sold stuff to people, and they've made it, and they've made some crazy stuff, and asked people like Chris Hearn and Mark, and it's like, oh yeah, that's definitely Scrambler. Look at it, it's perfect. Okay, well, I got the baby from Billy from his new gene, and plus everything I've seen and done, it's I'd be shocked if it wasn't. Like but it's definitely, like Craig said, noticeable in certain genes. It's undescribable, unmistakable.
Yep.
Is that even unmistakable? Is that even a word?
Yep, it is.
Oh, it is? Okay, good. So 219 says clutch is only ball python and doesn't track. Oh, it doesn't track feeding? I didn't know that. Oh, wow.
Also, it's missing a U. Okay. Can we just talk about that?
Yeah. Clutch. 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 Clutch.
Can I buy a vowel?
I. Can I buy? I'll take an I.
Okay.
Oh, that's hitch. Klitch. I purchased a OD super pied head hypo from a new breeder in Montreal, and she's great. I want to bring in dark genes to get some burnt oranges, yes, and dark blacks with wild pattern. Nice.
Yeah, I'll get one here in a second.
Would you remove the hide from the tub after the prelay shed? I don't use hides, so I don't have to remove anything. I mean, after the prelay shed, I don't see it being an issue. But if you don't have to, you know, the less you do and change anything in their environment, the better, I believe. What's this, Craig?
It's a high OD Barnhart Black Pastel and Cheese Scrambler. Het clown.
And focus. 3, 2, 1.
It's my snake cam's offline, but really deep. She's going into shed.
And that blushing would definitely not be there.
At the bottom.
Yeah. Or even on the top in the dorsal.
Oh, yeah, true.
It really like, you know, and it intensifies the color. Oh, here's a good question. Yeah, that's so, and it just gets better and better as it ages.
Yep.
Like some of my adults, people come in and go, "Holy Christ!" It's like, you think that's nice? You just should have seen it as a baby. So,
see if it looks better on that camera. Nope.
Any tips for when separating eggs and you end up getting a pin-sized hole that's leaking? I've done this 1,000 times. I've done some videos when I've done this. So when you tear it apart, okay, another thing too is I've got a video with Austin. And Austin, when you go to pull it apart, if they're in there too long, like many hours, a day or two that you didn't take them apart, they're not so easy to pull apart. Okay. So what you can do is, and we've done it, is when you're pulling it apart, blow some hot air, like, and it helps when you're tearing the eggs apart. And I'm like, come on, Austin. I'm like, what the hell? Because one day he's like, I'm like, what the hell are you doing? He goes, look, it works. And I'm like, come on. I'm like, what? He goes, the hot air when you're tearing it. It's sort of like, I'm like, I guess. And I'm like, and I try it. And I'm like, yeah, unless we're just doing it and we think it's all in our head, but we do it and it works. But when you do get a tear, okay, you got to be careful because it's usually just a pinhole or a little tiny a hairline. It's very small. But what you want to do is you got the first thing, I got to get a paper towel and push. Well, when you push, you're making more of it come out. So what I do is when I have an egg like that, I get all the other ones done. Then I get a piece of paper towel. I put the egg down or I hold it in my hand. I put it on sort of, and I drape it to try to get it off. That way, when you do that, you should see some more liquid so you can identify where the hole is. So then I basically go, I don't want to push down on the egg because it'll help the fluid come out or the yolk come out. So I just basically drop it on and drag it. And once I do that a couple times without putting pressure or squeezing the egg, I have a piece of tape that's usually about 1.5 inches, and you sort of hold it at the top and you drop it on that hole. Whether it's a little bit wet or not, you just want to, that's why you want to have a good maybe 1.5 inches or so. You drop it on the hole. And then once it's there, okay, you take the egg. And then once you put it, you place it down, you just sort of touch it a little bit. And it's not going to be completely dry, but it will. And there is not, I don't think to this date, I've ever had a hole that I put a piece of tape on that hasn't made it all the way. And you see in a lot of my older videos, like, hey guys, look, here's one with 3 in this clutch. Let me peel the piece off. Here you go. Cut. Perfect. So the trick is you want to, oh my God, it's wet. I got to push it. And you push it on the egg and more is coming out because of the pressure you're pushing down on the egg. Don't. Just drape a cloth, a piece of paper towel down and just sort of wipe it up and do that a couple of times without putting any pressure on the egg, and nothing should come out of the hole.
And just so it gets said, Santos, it's if you have a tub that's big enough, you don't have to separate them.
True.
You could just put, if there's 2 or 3 stuck together, you can just put those 2 or 3 together and let the snakes figure it out.
So it's funny because I even have, it might even have been in the last video, but I actually have it where if I try and it's like, oh, it's a little tough, I'll actually have like 1 or 2 that I've pulled off and I don't want to screw with it anymore.
Yeah.
And you'll see me 1 or 2 in the egg tray and then this clump in the middle on the egg tray.
Yeah. Sure.
I do the same thing. The only thing is when you have a clump, you got to make sure you have at least, I'd say 3/4 of an inch to an inch above for airflow, and that it's not touching the lid. Or
press and seal.
Press and seal, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go for cocoa is the only way to go. Look at you, Jersey Balls. What's going on, my man? Lorenzo? You need any in the States? There's one of the guys to go to, and I know he ships all over the place. So
I got you covered.
Third Coast Constrictors. Courtney just popped in. How are you? What else? What else? There we go. Don't forget to smash the like button. I'm going to do that too. I'm going to basically go here, smash the like button, and then I'm going to go here and I'm going to go for cocoa. Just for, Jersey Ball, my man Lorenzo. Unlock Morphs. Yo. How you doing?
Yeah, Jersey ships it all over the country, doesn't he?
He does.
I just do local in the Mid-South, but I don't ship it all over the country.
Can't hate you. I'm a large now. I am a large. XL to L. So I'll make it now so I don't forget again. That's okay. I'm turning 55. I'm going to be starting to forget a lot more shit. So, hey. And he says, yes, we do.
Awesome.
So, yep. So, let's get some more questions. I want to go at least till, 8:15, 8:30. Come on. We can do it. So, let's see. Maybe I got somebody messaging me here that can be done. Let's see. Oh, I'm a luxury factory seller from China. Rolex, Richard, Millet, Patek Philippe. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
right.
From China.
Yeah,
I want those. Okay, no.
You can see those at the silk market in Beijing. The fake Patek Philippe's.
Yeah, no. Nope. So, appreciate it. I'll give you a shout out. Besides that, we haven't done this yet. Volunteer pythons. I don't know if they're still kicking around. Volunteer. I'm going to check them up right now. What about you? You're just wearing some
Harbin's Herpetological.
There you go.
Hardin. Yeah, Hardin Herpetological.
So, US Arc. I'll give them a pop up as well right now. Bam, up in the corner. Let's see. So Instagram, and let's go to volunteer. Let's see if they're still kicking around. Hope they are. So volunteer pythons. Come on. Are they still around? Yes, they are. Well, let me see. Hold on. Oh, their last post, January 31st, 2023. And they only have 4 posts, so maybe not.
Hey, when are you closing on your building?
I am going to put an offer in probably Wednesday. So hopefully they accept it. Good. If not, we go back and forth. But I do want to secure the building. It is the one I really want. I've got a lot of the last week or two. I've been going around, you know, what it's going to cost me to rip everything out.
Yeah.
You know, move the electrical.
You got to take up flooring too, right?
Yeah. So picture like 1,800 square feet. So you a big building, okay, big brick building, all brick and concrete foundation, a metal roof, ample parking. The entire right side of the building is a huge park. I have no neighbors at the back except after, you know, it's perfect. It's just this big area with a house in the middle. So you walk in, there's a sort of like a lobby. You go downstairs to the facility. You go upstairs. It's going to be my residence. So you go downstairs. I got a quote to do the flooring the same way I have here, the epoxy. But instead of doing black, white, and 2 types of gray, I'm going to do black and white. And I'm going to get him to make a mix where it's not too colorful. So maybe add a little bit more black and white. And then the other 3 colors, I'm going to divide into so it's not so like crazy, but I want to do red, yellow, orange. Okay. So the floor will be a little brighter than the dark. So imagine having the black, white, red, orange, and yellow spattered, checkered throughout, because I'm not going to be doing the walls. Although I'm ripping everything out, putting everything in place, spray foaming the entire basement. I'm going to be putting up a 1/2-inch PVC walls throughout, so I can wash them. I can throw stuff on them. They're all like clear. So nice and simple that way, nice and clean. Floor will be bright. Because it's 10-foot ceilings and I'm only having the racks going 6.5 feet. I've got 2 spots that I'm going to put 2 big ass fans. That's what they're called, big ass fans. Yeah. You know, and they just spin around. The one span is 8 feet. So 8-foot fans, a big 8-foot circle spinning at the front and the back to push the air down. And then there's a kitchen area that I'm going to redo and have. There's bathroom already down there, storage, you know, stuff like that. And then upstairs, I'm just going to go nuts and make this crazy because the loft I have at the front, it has a nice, say 400, 500 square feet where I'm going to do a bathroom, laundry room, everything else. And then when you walk in the back, I'm going to have this big kitchen, big island. It's basically 45 deep by 28 wide. Great. So I'm going to have my kitchen, living room, and then to split the living room off, you know, think I got a 28-foot wide wall to wall. I'm going to put a 12-foot wall in the middle, which gives me about 8 feet on either side to walk around. I'm going to, you know, tile it or do something crazy, have a TV and a double-sided fireplace, and on the opposite side have another TV, and then my bedroom, right? So nice. when you walk in, you see the kitchen and the living room and a TV and a fireplace. You don't see the bedroom. And if I'm in my bed, you can't see, you know. Yep. So I got a bunch of designs, but having 10-foot ceilings is pretty awesome. So if you guys are ever looking for those cool doors that are, so I went to a place and I'm like, what's the price? Because they had one. I'm like, this is incredible. How much? Well, this is 10 foot high and it's 21 feet wide and all the panels slide. And I'm like, this is awesome. Oh, it's Canadian made too. And I'm like, wow. And it's like, you know, he said, you ready? And I'm like, yeah, $50,000. What? For the window. He's like, yep, 50,000. I'm like, wow. He goes, yes. And then don't forget, that's just for the window. You know, and we can probably install it, but you know, it's going to cost you a little more to install because that thing comes in one piece or pieces. You know, and some of the doors are 10 foot by 6 foot, 6 feet each. encapsulated in these big frames. You know, you're not putting that in the back of a van. Like that's,
Nope.
I don't know. It's crazy.
Nope.
And he says, plus you need the cutout. You're going to have an I-beam structurally engineered in order to hold the brick above. And I'm like, yeah, no. So I'm probably going to go with an 8-foot high, which gives me a lot of room for, you know, my casing around it, and still gives me a couple feet to the ceiling, by 12 feet. And I'm going to do 2 panels of 6 foot, like 8 foot by 6 foot. So the door goes, you know, just 2 moving doors on a track, and that's $25K. So they're not fucking cheap, man.
That's crazy.
It is crazy, you know, but over that 12-foot span, I still got to put can't just use a lintel. You're going to have to use an I-beam. So them coming in and cutting out the brick and then doing the like,
gotta have that structural support.
God, man, like I'm afraid, but I'm not going to get that done right away. That's next summer. So cool. I hope I have a good year, and you know, I'll be, you know, might just have the, you know, the Billy window sale. But yeah, no, it's crazy. But I did find a front door that I really like. I'm going to go 8-foot door by 43 wide for the front.
Nice.
So right now it has double doors, but it's 7 foot high, you know, or 80 inches high by, you know, I guess probably 34 each. So it's probably a 68 inch opening by 7. I'm going to go a little bit bigger and go higher to 8 feet and have a 8-foot
door
by 43 inch door. And at the side, I'm going to have a little bit of like, you know, just glass from top to bottom, 8 feet, where you can just enough where maybe 4 or 5 inches on either side that you can look in it, but it's not. And then I'm going to put some windows, and then I probably stucco. But man, when you start looking at stuff, it's like, oh my God. And if I didn't like things like great and like over next, you know, then it'd be like, oh, cool. I just go to Home Depot and buy these doors for $1,500. And no, I got to go find a $15,000 door. You know, it's crazy. But hey, man, you only do it once, right? I'll tell you, it's like a bed. You know, the last time I went in, I'm like, I want a nice bed that has, you know, that, you know, memory foam. And he's like, yeah, come over here. We got you here. And, you know, you can get a thing that remotes and moves. And I'm, what? Oh, this is cool. $10,000, $11,000 later. Well, you know what? I ain't buying another fucking bed for probably, you know, 15. I'm probably never going to buy another bed.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I mean, it's crazy, but it's that one-time expense. I mean, your last place, Craig, how long did you live there for?
About 15 years. Right.
How many times did you change the front door?
It was a big honking wrought iron thing, so never.
Right. I mean, many people here is,
yeah.
You know, if I'm going to put something on, it's a one-time expense. Especially if it's the one you want, I'm not like changing it every 5 years. I mean, it's bam, it's there. It costs me a lot, but guess what? I'm going to love it every minute, and I'm never going to have to swap it out.
Yep.
And if I do have to swap it out, it's going to have to deal with something with insurance. So what's this? I still can't get over how lucky our American friends are. They don't have to pay tariffs on the racks. Yeah, we were going over. So remember how I was telling you about the ARS?
Yeah.
How my bill was $1,316.12 US. That converted to 1947 Canadian.
Right.
They take the 1947 Canadian. They take 25% of that, which is almost $500. They add that on. So now I'm $2,450. And then they tax 13% on all of it. So that's I paid crazy. $791 on top of the 1947. I paid $2,750 Canadian. Okay.
That's rodent rack money.
Okay, watch this. And I didn't pay for shipping because Jeff went to Tinley and got it from Brian from ARS and drove it back.
Nice.
Okay, so $2,750 Canadian. What I got, 5 levels of top of the mini hybrid, not the mini, sorry, the hybrid.
Right, because you were buying a setup to fill in the pieces from to make multiple racks. Yeah.
2,750 Canadian. this is what I got. Okay. I got 5 bases for the 1065 hybrid with wheels. So just steel tube. Okay. The base, just the base with wheels. That's it. 5 of those, 5 tops, right?
Yeah.
With 25 cup holders.
Yep.
Stupid me forgot to order, because when I ordered a level, I forgot to order the stupid insulation and the heat mat, heat
panels.
Heat panels. I forgot that, so I still got to order more. Okay, so 5 frames with wheels, 5 tops with tubs, and a base and a top. Okay, for the mini 130, and I forgot to order the 10 fucking tubs.
Yep.
$2,750 for 25 tubs, 6 levels, 6 bases, and 6 tops. 25 tubs. Crazy. So I have to do the same thing with my Freedom Breeder, right?
Yeah, because you've got a lot of tall Freedom Breeders that you want to turn into normal height Freedom Breeders.
But what's good about the Freedom Breeder, you don't need a top level and a middle level, because every level is a top bot. Like, it can go anywhere, because you don't need those the pieces that are like up, a 4-way, or you know what I mean? You follow me?
Yeah, I do.
So those, you can take one and move them around, and there's no such thing as a level. There's no top, So I need 2 bases, right, with locking casters. And I don't know if you've priced them out, but from Freedom Breeder, when you buy a stainless steel frame, okay, not where you put the tubs in, just the bottom.
Just the bottom.
The bottom rectangle.
With the,
locking casters. That steel frame is 120. Stainless steel frame is 120. 90 for the casters. Sorry, 115 for the frame, 90 for the casters, and 15 for the locking casters. 220 US for a frame with wheels.
Yep.
Okay. So I need 2 of those. And I need 1 level of a 1 level of the 1040 series, but the 4 tubs.
Yeah.
And I didn't forget to put in the, heat panel with the insulation and the gray tubs with that. 1 of those, 2 of the bottoms with the wheels, and I need 1 for the hatchling rack, the 10 series tubs, I guess you call them, or whatever, the hatchling.
Yeah.
And one base. So 3 bases. Okay, which is just a rectangle with locking casters, and 1 level, 1,050 US. When I translate that into Canadian with tariffs, I am about 2,200 Canadian.
Jeez.
For 1 level with 4 tubs, heat panel, and 3 fucking bases, I'm going to be paying $2,200. It's mental. And what's crazy is they take, so say you buy something and you pay $5,000. Okay. So they take $4,000. Let's make it easy. $4,000. Well, here, when you bring it into Canada, well, it's $4,000. Well, add another 1,000. Now it's $5,000, and they tax the $5,000.
Yeah.
Wow. It's crazy. Brutal. But yeah, we were doing the numbers, because Austin's like, hey man, you putting an order in? I'm like, well, I have no choice. I'm not really looking forward to it. And he goes, well, shit, I need another base, and I need 2 more levels. So I'm like, oh, let me do this. So I added his 2 levels and a base, and it went from 1,000 something to 2,300 US. So I'm like, look, here's the numbers. You still want to do it? He goes, wow, I don't really have a choice, but we'll probably do that next month. But yeah, it's crazy. Tariffs. And thank God our dollar was $1.47. It is coming down, so that'll help a little if it comes down closer to $1.40. But it is brutal. Yeah, you are lucky. And then don't forget, that price that I was quoted $2,200. I forgot I still have to add shipping on that.
Oh, right.
So, I mean, dude, I'm paying $3,000. I'm going to probably pay 3,000 Canadian or 2,700 Canadian.
Just so they can have wheels on the bottom. It's not worth it. 3
wheels and 1 base. I'm going to spend like almost 2,700 Canadian. But when Austin adds his, we'll help on the shipping where we'll divvy it up a little, but it's going to hurt. It's definitely going to hurt. I'm going to throw this up too. Thanking all you amazing people, always. And let's try to see who else we got in here. Let's see. I will. Yeah, I'm really. Finally, Mofo Monday Man's here. Had a long
What's
day.
Up, Ken?
Hope everything's good, Ken. Sammy, Bull Python, what's up?
Hey, Sammy.
Just got out of work, just got home. Got my first clutch of the year last Thursday.
Awesome.
Cool. Waiting for more females to go. Hopefully by the end of the month. That's always good to know. It's always good. Is that what we're having a party this summer? Rocket and Roller.
At your new place in September. Is that CRBE?
Yeah, CRBE, but it's 2 hours away. So probably not. And then it's just going to be where I'm probably just move. Like, we'll see. I mean, if people are going to come down for an extra couple days, it'll be worth coming down. We'll figure it out. We'll see. But one thing is I'm going to do a lot of videos on it and have YouTube videos of the process. And, it is excited. Said no woman ever. Wise guys, what's up?
Giant circular hobbit door, of course. That would be great.
But with having it being my own place, there's a lot of things I can do that, but what's good about it too is there's a lot of room in the back where I can build and do some other stuff, but we'll see. Right now its the sole purpose is to buy it, do the downstairs right away, have these animals and everything moved in, by September or, mid-September, and good to go. Let's see. It is cheaper to be an American, depending where you're buying. But, I am proud to be a Canadian. I just wish it wasn't so fucked up with our government right now and who's running it. That's some just chat. Yeah, rub it in. Oh, Virgil, how you doing, man?
Hey, man.
Hope all is well. Oh, level up. Only 45 minutes. So you guys rubbing it all in now? Hey, Canadian dude. Guess what? Happy birthday. I can do this. I am jealous of y'all. I really am, man. Why not have Metaphor Shop build the bases for your rack? Could be cheaper. By the time they do it, you know what? I don't want to I'm going to give my, it's a freedom breeder. It's a true freedom breeder,
So it's stainless.
And by the time someone does that and do it, if it's not right, and I mean, it's probably better just to get it from the perfect place that does not, that's just me. But it does suck. But hey, man, that's the thing, man. I should have bought, it's the same thing, right? I bought my animals, at high price in 2021, they're low. Well, now I should have bought more racks when they were low. Now they're high. It's a swing either way, but guess what? If you need it and want it, suck it up, princess. So, Caitlin, I have one growing female who only wants live mice. Should I just feed her what she wants so she doesn't miss a meal? Make her switch even if she won't eat because she'll grow quicker once on rats.
That's a good question.
You can also try ASS if you have access to them. But I definitely would feed whatever the animal will eat. But what I would do is I would always try to offer a small rat first. Like a lot of people think, oh, I have an adult female, I got to give it a medium. Sometimes I'll feed it a weaned. I'll feed it a small. You know, we don't have to put in this appropriate size meal that it's going to take, especially if they're timid or not eating. Give it something smaller. You can also grab the mice or the rats, you grab a rat and you can get bedding. You know, I've done it where I've had ASFs and I'll put a rat in with the ASFs, a couple rats in with the ASFs for a while I'm feeding off the rats. And then I've got these rats now that have been scented for half an hour to an hour in the bedding and with other ASFs that are running around. And then hopefully that scent, and then I'll take those smaller rats and I'll put them in and hopefully it tricks it. You know, you can even do that with mice. It's called scenting, and try that. And guess what? If it doesn't work, then you still have these mice to feed anyways. But me, I definitely want an animal to eat. I'm not going to fight it and wait it out until it eats what I want. That's just what I do. But there are little tricks. You know any other tricks besides scenting or, you know, I've had people also have two in one, you know, one in each hand, and they'll go like this to get them, and they swap it when it strikes. I'm like, I ain't playing with that game.
No.
I mean, you know, that's too. I mean,
when
I
Josh
can see
was
myself be the prey.
When Josh was over here this weekend, we talked about how sometimes just a change in environment can change the feeding behavior, and so you know, add a hide, put it in a different size enclosure,
move it even a level up higher or lower.
Yeah. Double check the temps, make sure that the hot spot is where you want it to be. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if they're eating, they're eating. It's just a matter of whether you're going to, you know, if you are searching, if you're trying to get a certain growth target met.
Odds gods, fellow Canadian, independence would be awesome. We are literally 2 centuries behind. How's it going over out west, Western Canada? Probably no better than Central here. Tom Northman.
How you doing, Tom?
What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Good. We're about to say bye, but I'm glad you made it so we can say bye. You are going to now be part of the replay gang. Yes, moving it sub works sometimes too. I got lucky. My buddy sold me a 70 series 11 high with a thermostat for 20. Thanks, Ken. That makes me feel good. I can't even get for that kind of money, I can't even get a level or two with some bases. Prick. You know, this isn't like I did this. I got this. I know you're all getting better shit than I am at way better deals and prices. Yeah, right now it sucks to be Canadian, but hey, I am proud of it. But, you know, hopefully things get better. You know, thanks for the advice. I agree. I don't want to make her wait. She is shy. Maybe the smaller rat would work. I'll give it a try and some of those things. Awesome. I hope it does work. Let us know, you know, in following weeks or, you know, next week on the live, and let us know. But definitely for me, I would rather have the animal eat to eat. Whatever it wants to eat, I'd rather it eat than you know, waiting it out, because, you know, it's not doing either of us good. I'm stressing out because it hadn't had a meal. It's not doing well because it hasn't eaten. So that's just my opinion. Behind enemy lines. So Dwight the Pie Man says, feed her what she wants. When you see a feeding change in her eating to where she is slamming mice, try changing the rats. Very good. I need to get a grow out system for my ASFs and not look at. Okay. I looked. Okay. I think they're $3,995. I want to get the mice or the ASF one where there's 20 tubs. They're the 3.5. They're wide.
Thinner, wide tubs. Yeah.
Yeah. I forget what they're called, but there's 20 of them, 10 levels of 2. And I think it's like with the upgrades that I want, I'm looking at like 45.
The water line cover.
No, I don't want the water line covers.
You don't?
No, not for my ASFs. No.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah, I don't need them here. I only had that one time ever in 2 years.
That's right.
But I say that now, and I was like, damn it. But, all the other lines are exposed. So, but you go, it's why didn't you do it, Billy? That's the one that always they bite. Like, damn it. You never know. So, but I'm just going to say no. And what's good about it, I can always add it later. So that's the good part. But right now, it's 45, 1.47 exchange. Then you take that say that 4,500, and now you take $1,150 and add to it, change it into Canadian funds, tax that at 13%, and I got to pay for shipping. I'm looking at $9K to $10K Canadian for one of those fucking rat racks from Freedom Breeder. Like, that's how stupid it is. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I'm like, oh my God.
Hopefully it won't last long.
Yeah. Because you take that 5.5, 4.5, rack, and then you add the tariff on, in US, that's like 6K, multiply it by 1.47, you're almost at 9K. And then I've got fucking shipping charges. So it's probably $9,500 for one of those racks that are $39.95 US. Sucks to be Canadian importing right now. So crazy. I can't afford a rack right now. Tariffs or not, business has been slow for my main business the last few months. Unfortunately, we keep pushing.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we've
just
had
do
waves.
with what you have.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think it's called the 1020 or something.
I forget. I have a couple of those in one of my racks. I have one level of those. I use for mice.
Have the time. I mean, Brian and the gang have been so good to me over the years. When I've done giveaways and stuff, they've helped, donated stuff and worked with me on a few different things. But, and plus don't forget, everybody's hurting right now. I talked to Brian about 4 weeks ago. These Chinese tariffs, because a lot of the stuff that he gets made is from there. These tariffs are hurting them. It's hurting a lot of businesses. Darian from Morph Market put up like, hey guys, we're getting nailed at 47%. And he did a little cost analysis, and we're still going to, not make, we're going to, if it was, $65 extra we're paying, we're only going to charge 50 or 55 extra. So we're going to lose an additional 10 off of our profit. I mean, it's affecting everybody. The last thing people want to do right now is like, oh yeah, we'll give you more of a discount. It's like, it ain't happening. But I'm just glad that, with Freedom Breeder and ARS, the product is that good. I want nothing else. I'll pay for it because it is worth it regardless. And I say that only needing a few parts. If I needed to order 10 racks, I'd really be questioning it. It's like, shit, Malamine looks really good, guys. What do you think? Tariffs supposed to be over here in a couple of weeks everywhere but China. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. We'll wait. And like I said, I'm hoping the tariffs or something works out, especially we have 2 weeks until our election here. I hope we go conservative. Pierre Poilievre is who I'm voting for. Hopefully many other people do. Pierre for the people. I truly believe that. I've had enough of the liberals for 8 years, and it's nonsense. And even the stuff you see, I just want a better place to live and someone that cares about the people and try to get this country back on track from the shithole it's become. It's crazy, but hopefully, when I need to order these in a month or two, something's better, even our dollar. But anyways, look at that. Sweet ARS US RCAT, Craig.
Thank you, Odds Gods.
Have a great one, man. And I will have an amazing birthday Thursday. Our sales have been down like 40 to 60%. Unfortunately, apparel and accessories are low priority for people to buy. I've had some time to work on some house stuff, though, so maybe I'll catch up with life. Hope we all do. Yep. There's so many people that, things are affecting. And, I just hope, time, the more time you put in, the more things will change, and hopefully for the better. Everyone's supposed to be going 0 to 0 tariff. Let's hope so. PC, baby. Let's go blue. Pierre for the win. I don't believe the bias. Neither do I. Thank you, my man. 55 on the 17th, this Thursday.
Awesome.
I'll bring some ARS racks to you under my jacket. Yeah. Good luck. Great time to focus on our livestock, 100%. Thank you all. I am going to do the outro. And thank you, wise guys. Thank you. And we'll see you guys next week. And Chondro's Corner, isn't it?
Chondro Corners tonight.
9 o'clock. Go show some love and support there too if you can. Here we go.
My channel, my content, I'm the man with the Morph, Billy Rose in the house,
And
breaking
Craig.
down those doors. Mutation, creation, making waves, that's the norm. With the snakes in my hand, feel the power transform. Yo, it's Billy Rose,
And
let me
Craig.
tell you a tale from the heart of Canada, where the pythons prevail. Got the rack stack high, Morph style to make you smile.
Right, Brittany.
Across the ultra mouse, I'm running this reptile mile. Started from the bottom, now collections elite. Feeding ASF, every snake gets a treat with the community tight. I'm the breeder you seek. Mutation, creation every day of the week. Social media buzzing, see the followers grow. On YouTube, Instagram, watch the Billy Rose show. The hats and
Okay.
the giants got the genetics unlocked. In the reptile game, I'm the TikTok of the clock. Channel my content, I'm the man with the Morph. Billy Rose in the house, breaking down those doors. Mutation,
Craig.
creation, making waves, that's the norm. With the snakes in my hand, feel the power transform. Gold scissors in
Scissors in
hand, cutting
hand.
clutches with flair. Reppin' Toronto, Canada, you know I'm rare. Team Ultra Male strong, colors vivid and bright. In the world of ball pythons, I'm shining the
Shine the
light.
light. Awesome. I like that. Gold scissors in hands. I'm going to have to put gold scissors in a showcase in the middle of the facility.
With laser security.
Yeah.
Don't breach the perimeter.
Yeah. I should have it. You know what I mean? With that.
Yeah.
And just for shits and giggles, I'll get those 4 poles with the red velvet. Fucking,
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
you should.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That'd be
You
bad.
have to. You have to.
Yeah,
do that.
I'm probably gonna now. You know. Fuck. Why not? It's another $1,000 of fucking spend on useless shit. Why not? Like, wouldn't be the first, and definitely not the last. I'm gonna start looking at that. You know, because
Me
you can
too.
get those velvet. You know, those
And
poles.
then you got to
stuff.
have like a halogen light in the ceiling, just focused down
focused
on it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. And then at night, I'll get these lasers that look like it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
fucking Mission
Get
Impossible. shit.
Catherine Zeta Jones to go underneath it.
Dun 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 doo 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 doo. It'd be awesome. Everyone have an awesome night. Bye, Caitlin. Bye, everybody. Mission Impossible gold scissors.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. Have a great week. Nice to see you as always, Craig.
Nice to see you, Billy.
Later,
Good to see you,
everybody.
chat.